Hi, welcome to Adobe Illustrator CC 2021 Classroom Notebook Chapter 8. This is part 3 of using color to enhance artwork. When we left off, we had just finished recoloring the jacket for this gentleman. And now let's go ahead and play with some snowboards. So let's do a file and open. Let's go ahead and go to your Lesson 9 files. Grab that L8 Start 2 and open. Let's do a file, save as. And a first initial, last name, underscore, Adobe Illustrator, Classroom Notebook, Chapter 8, Part 2, and save, and OK. And for this one, we're going to go ahead and use Recolor Artwork in order to edit colors in our artwork. So this allows us to actually pick up colors from other elements, to change sample colors from one thing to another, and really kind of create some different types of look and feel. So let's go ahead and grab our artword number 1 so we can see the whole thing. And now let's go ahead and drag across to grab our snowboard so we can see what we're going to go ahead and be recoloring. We're going to go to our properties panel and hit recolor so we can do the recolor in the artwork. And we only want to do certain colors, so make sure that we are looking at different types of elements. So we're going to see this color wheel come up in the middle. Each one of these little circles is called a marker. We can either move those all together or we can adjust those individually. So I'm going to hit reset. And I want to show you just what one would do. So let's go ahead and break that. So we want to unlink that harmony colors. Let's grab that orange and go ahead and drag it over here to kind of our green color. So you can see that just that one marker is going to change that element. I can do reset, and let's go ahead and make it kind of maybe a pink instead. Now notice that my reset, I had my link harmony colors, so it changed them all at once. So really pay attention to what it is you want to be changing. So let's go ahead and unlink. I'm going to go ahead and drag that big one down here into blue somewhere, and I can double click it and actually play with the individual color even more if I want to have even more precise. Or if I needed to, I could go in and play with the CMYK, play with those types of elements as well. So I'm going to say OK. Now let's learn how to do a few other things with the color theme picker. So the color theme picker is here at the top. We're going to go ahead and hit color theme picker, and it's going to automatically look at some colors for me. So I'm going to move this dialog box out of the way. And I'm going to go ahead and pick on this bowl of fruit. And notice now it's going to pull images, colors from that bowl of fruit, which is kind of cool. Makes it so they match a little bit better. You can kind of see how it's pulling those grays back and forth. So what now if I want to make this dinosaur match? So I'm going to go ahead and with that color theme picker, I'm just going to draw a circle around the colors that I want to sample. And you see now it's going to pick up those colors. So it's a really fun, easy way. We could even go the other way and do a reset. Maybe we want to make the dinosaur new color. So let's grab him and let's recolor. And let's go ahead and do our theme picker from here. And let's go ahead and grab some colors. And you can see how we can choose and make things go from one to the other. So let's go ahead and reset and change our, let's close that, escape. And let's make sure we color our snowboard here instead. So let's do a control minus, zoom out, and collect that whole thing. Let's recolor it with our color theme picker, and let's just do a few colors here. All right. And I don't love that. Let's do a few other colors. Make it even bigger. Much better. I like that much better. All right, so you can always undo your changes with your undo button here. So you just want to kind of give you an idea of how to play with those. Maybe you want to play with the darkness and brightness. So you can play with that color slider here at the bottom. Oh, I kind of like it a little dark. So the size of those color areas kind of give you what is the prominent colors. So let's go ahead and make it just a little bit brighter. And now maybe we want to save this color scheme. We think this is really cool, something we want to go with. So let's go ahead and look at our prominent colors section here at the bottom. And you can always change those sliders, make things more prominent or less prominent, depending on how you like it. Grab that. All right, so let's go ahead and save some of those colors to the color swatch. So let's go ahead to the folder button here at the bottom and choose Save Prominent Colors. And so now we now have another color folder full of these prominent colors. So it's another way to create those color scales. So let's go ahead and close that and do a selection tool. Let's do a Control S and save, select and deselect. And let's go ahead and jump down to artboard number 2 so we can play with our live paint. So we're not going to actually work with both of them. They're just kind of there for you to play with. So live paint lets you paint intuitively by automatically detecting, correcting gaps. Kind of acts like a coloring book. So let's go ahead and we've got our snowboard number 2. And we're going to go ahead and we need to play with a few different elements. Let's grab our selection tool and grab that dark purple diamond in the center. And let's go choose. Let's go to view. And let's come down to hide bounding box about halfway down. And we want to turn it off so we can drag things without distorting them. Now we're going to go ahead and move that pointer over the bottom corner of the diamond. And we're going to hit Alt or Option and drag so we can make a second diamond. And let's kind of make it, just kind of set it kind of right here on top. I'm going to let go of my mouse, let go of my Alt, and now I've got 2 of those. So now let's go back, turn my bounding box back on, view, and what do I want? I'm losing my mind. I want show bounding box. View, show bounding box, about halfway down. Here we go. Phew, that was harder than it had to be. So now we want to go ahead and copy these 2 diamond shapes. We're going to click one, hit Shift, grab the other one. So now I've got both. I'm going to hit Alt or Option, drag down so that I've got a second set of diamonds here. I'm going to let go of my mouse, let go of my Alt, and Control S to save. So now I can do a few different things. Maybe we want to rotate. Maybe we could copy these a different way. I just did the drag and drop way to do it. So next thing we're going to do is do a live paint group. So let's grab our selection tool and drag across all of the snowboard. So let's grab all of the snowboard. And let's edit our toolbar. So let's go to our toolbar here at the bottom. And we want to add the live paint bucket tool. So if we look in the paint tools, type paint. All right, so we've got live paint bucket. I'm going to go ahead and drag that up here. I'm just going to stick it under the brush for now. So that's my live paint bucket tool. So I'm happy with that. Let's do escape, hide the extra tools. So we're going to go ahead and click the fill box over in the properties panel. And we're going to go ahead and choose that orange swatch. So let's go ahead and choose, let's choose this orange. And now we're going to go ahead and move the pointer over the top purple diamond. And we can see we can click to convert those selected shapes into a live paint group. So now I can go ahead and click and make different parts of that appear, different types of colors. So I've got different colors here. I'm going to hit my right arrow and get my lighter kind of orange there. And click those parts in here. So you can kind of see how easy it is for you to change and alter. So I'm going to hit my right arrow one more time so I get that salmon. And I'm going to add a few more salmon parts. So I have duplicated that. So you can see how easy it is to go ahead and paint and change things with that live paint bucket. So go ahead, feel free, try different things. You know, try and recolor it however you like it. When you're happy with it, let's go ahead and we can double click this one. So we have our isolation mode. Oh, undo. Let's grab our selection and go in isolation mode, and you can just change that one color if you wanted to. So maybe we want to change it to do something else completely. And we could actually move it. So let's go ahead and move it up and down. Just use my arrow keys. And see how we get a different look and feel. I'm going to hit exit. So you can see you've got quite a few different ways to make this completely different, and it's not a whole lot of extra work. So let's go ahead and make sure we've exited. So we've played with quite a few different ways to play with color. So let's go ahead and file and package. So I'm on my number 2 right now. So I've got 2 packaged folders that we need to turn in today. So I've got save. And instead of part 2 folder, I'm going to do part 2 PKG. And package that one. I'm going to go back just one and make sure that I zip that part 2 package. Oh, I'm in the wrong folder. So I want to make sure that I have it in the right folder. I'm going to do that one more time. So let's go File and Package. Make sure I'm actually in my Lesson 8 folder this time. So it's on my desktop. I'm in my Adobe Illustrator. And I want to be in lesson number 8. And I want to say select this folder. And part 2 is a folder. I'm going to do PKG. And save package. All right. Now I've got it in the right place. So now I'm in my lesson 8. I've got my PKG. Let over. I'm going to do a right click and send to compressed folder. So I've got part 1 done. So now I need to come back here into Illustrator and look at my part 1. And let's do File and Package. Make sure I'm in my lesson 8 folder. I'm at part 1 and PKG. Package. Show my package there. And let's go ahead back into lesson 8. I've got my part 1 package. Let's do right click. Send to compressed folder. And now you can see I've got my 2 folders, part 1, part 2. That'll be what you need to turn into Canvas. And that's how you play with color in Illustrator. See you later. Bye.